Hi there, I'm an Ultimate Iron Man. Sort of. I've divided the Runescape map into 18 regions, all with their own custom-built task system. These tasks provide rewards to me, such as XP and supplies. Every week, I will randomly select one of these regions and I'll be locked to it for 9 hours. Once up, my inventory and ward equipment will be wiped. My bank will be operating on a store-only basis, which means I can never take items out of it. I have compiled a list of RuneScape bosses, and the goal of this series is to kill all of them at least once. With every boss killed for the first time, I'm awarded either the choice of an additional region every week, or the ability to carry over one inventory slot every single week. Lastly, all of this content will be streamed live at twitch.tv/MrFrogRS, so be sure to join in. If you need any more information, make sure you check out the description, or just leave a comment. Without further ado, I bring you Regional Rumble! So stupid. But anyway, with all of that said, we're going to go ahead and spin ourselves the wheel and get ourselves 4 new regions. Alright, you know what? I mean, I asked for at least one of them, so I'm good with that. We can definitely make some progress into stuff I want to do. I'm going to say now, unfortunately, animal magnetism's not going to be on the cards. Not next week, at least. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to progress a little bit more with that. Wishful thinking. But anyway, we're going to end it off here, and I'll see you guys again next week for another episode of Regional Rumble. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regional Rumble. This week we've got 2 of the Zeah regions, that is Northern Kourend and Kebos, which is going to allow us to progress a big chunk of the rest of the Kourend quest. We will not be able to finish a Tale of the Righteous because we need Southern Kourend for that, unfortunately. But as we don't need any items to be carried over, we should be able to do that as soon as we end up in Southern Kourend next time, and that will be every single Zeah quest completed, obviously bar A Kingdom Divided. And we're building up to that. We'll be able to do that in the future. I believe I have every stat requirement. I just need to finish off the quests and the Architectural Alliance, which shouldn't be too difficult. Just need to get the right regions, of course. It's the curse of this series as it is. Anyway, I want to start this episode by saying one thing. I am pretty sure we do not have access to POH this week. Unfortunately, we do have a house portal because we have Frogadiers, but we do not have access to an estate agent. So I can't actually put my house there, which creates a few problems, but I don't think we're going to need it all too much. There's only some combat I want to do this week, and I don't think it's going to be desperate for me to have Void, for example. The Graceful would be nice, but honestly we can live without it, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, and we're going to get into what I want to do in this week. For some reason I have ground items on. It keeps turning itself back on. If you're wondering, I use it for Overzealous when I'm killing temple spiders, so I can see what the drops are, because they drop loads of random stuff. But anyway, we are going to start this by stealing some cakes, because I'm going to need some food. I should realistically try and get an anti-poison, but honestly, with how annoying they are to obtain, unless I have like Ardy or something, I think I might just try and out-eat the poison. This is going to be for the Tale of the Righteous quest. I'm going to be doing it up to the point where I have to go back to Shazian, so of course I'm going to have to kill a lizard man, which is going to poison me. So basically the plan is I'm just going to out-eat the poison. Should sell a rope, thank you Regath. That is going to be useful for the quest. Now, the only thing we need now is a pickaxe, which Lovakenge should sort me out with. Thank you kindly, good sir. And that should do us for Tale of the Righteous. Also caught myself a young impling, I think it was, and got myself a meat pizza. Maybe that will help with the lizard man. Oh no, scary soul. Whatever do I do? Slice. Slice. Oh, that was easy. Right, I have remembered that I still need to do some more minecart scroll stuff, so we are going to deliver one to Mount Quidamortum. In hindsight, I definitely should have done this when I had North and South, and I should have done all of them, but I completely forgot, so it's not a major problem, but I'm going to deliver one of these to Quidamortum, because we're going to be heading over there in a moment to continue the Tale of the Righteous, and I'll just destroy the other 2, and probably do them in the future when I have North and South once again. Is that quest completed? I think it is, if we can get through all of this dialogue that I have read before. There we go. Ascent of Arceus is complete. Get ourselves some XP. Delightful. Do we get a runecraft level from that? Cheeky 2 runecraft levels. Look at that. Don't even need to train runecraft. Overrated. Right, Mr. Stulliet, or whatever your name is. We're going to give you a scroll, and that should unlock this. Now we can use this to go back and forth on the minecarts. We still got to trade these ones in to Hosidius and Shazian, but of course we do not have Southern Grand, so I'm going to destroy them. And we're going to go ahead and progress with the Tale of the Righteous quest. Once again, we cannot finish this quest, but we will be able to finish it next time we get Southern Grand. Right, here's the point where I'm going to need the anti-poison, or, I mean, that lack thereof. We're just going to tank the poison. I assume he works like a normal lizard man. Level 46. We should be fine. Got some food. Should be able to tank the poison. No problem. Oh, no. You mean I got to go Shazian first and then Library? So I can't finish this when we get Southern Current unless we get Northern Current in the same week. That is kind of annoying. I want to go to Veos. You can't use minigame tab. Why not? We're just going to go ahead and grab our memoirs back so I can add this page. There we go. That should give us some more teleports as well. Nice, 22 memories remaining. If I need to use this later, I will be able to use it to get back to Northern Korend over here. And of course that gives us quick access to food, which we may need later on in the episode. Right, this is going to seem like a very weird twist of events, but we are going to start and somewhat progress our way through Sins of the Father. Now, I don't plan on finishing this quest today, this episode, should I say, by any means at all, but I do need a bullseye lantern for what I want to do, and apparently within this week, oh, there's a crash star, and that means it's going to lag. Within our regions, this is apparently the only way for me to obtain a bullseye lantern, and that is kind of brutal. What I am planning to do this week is unlock Lunar Isle, because I'd like to make my way into the Lunar Isle Essence Mine, where there are gem rocks, so I can get a red topaz to make Bracelets of Slaughter. This is a very long-winded game plan, and it's making me take a lot of diversions in terms of what I want to do, but we are going to be progressing with useful things, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'm missing a few items at the moment. I'll be able to get them soon, and I'm just going to hope this goes okay.
Bye.
Wait. And he's gone. Across the fixed bridge. Definitely could have jumped that. Oh well, let's go find Ivan, wherever he went to. We go to... Wait, we're only missing the fifth one. Nice. We're going to go to Piscaridius and get ourselves some swordfish. Unfortunately, we can't get sharks because I can't cook them. Right, so in preparation for a fight that's going to come up later, I believe his name is Damien, I'm going to need an anti-poison, and I figured, why not make myself a super attack while I'm at it? We had the herbs in the herb sack from last week, so that's very nice. We've got 13 Ranars in there as well, which will be allowed to make prayer potions later on. I don't think I'm going to need it for the fight with Damien, but if all goes bad, I can always restock and get some afterwards and retry. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to complete this quest, but I'm going to give it a good try, and we'll see how far we can get. Right, it's going to be time to take out Damien. I've had to lose a few swordfish because of the outfit, unfortunately. So we've got 8, a super attack, and we have the super anti-poison. I will be able to recharge my prayer before fighting him. I'm not really greatly prepared for this, but I also don't think he's that hard of a fight, so hopefully shouldn't have too many issues. Oh, he's dead anyway. Nice, Damien's done. That was actually a lot closer than I'd have liked. But he is dead, so that's that bit done. I don't know how much more we've got to kill in this quest. It may just be Vanstrom, I can't remember. But still, we're doing pretty well. Broken glass. Nice. Deed? Yoink! My house now. I am very lost. Could you please help me out? Bye! Damien, I just killed you! What are you doing being alive again? Get out of here. So apparently, in my wild adventures of the caves that I got completely lost in, I found this key. And apparently it opens the chest upstairs in the church, which I've always wondered what is in it. So we're going to go up there, and we're going to find out. The moment of truth. We've got ourselves the chest with the key. What do you get from this? Elixir of Everlasting. kind of underwhelming. Do I get anything from this? That's a little bit boring. I was kind of hoping that'd be more interesting. Oh well. Right. I do believe this is the house that holds the bullseye lantern, if I am not mistaken. And there it is. This is the one item that I have basically done all of this for. All of that. But we will come back and get that later, because I'm going to proceed with this quest and see how much of it we can get done. Right, so we are going to need to get ourselves some cosmic runes to enchant this, which means I'm going to need to head to Pura Pura. Now, I've figured that probably the best crops I could use is the one in Mostly Harmless, which we did unlock in the past, if I remember rightly. We should be able to get ourselves Pura Pura, catch some essence implings. It's a 1 in 10. Get ourselves the cosmics, and I think any of the other runes we're going to need, we should be able to grab in Northern Kourend. So we'll be able to do that, enchant this, make ourselves the Blisterwood Flail, and then we are very close to the final fight of this quest, which, don't get me wrong, I am incredibly nervous for. Come on, cosmic runes, first try. Hey, let's go! See you later, losers! That is the Ruby Sickle enchanted. We should now be able to attach that, or do this, or this. Craft a Blisterwood Sickle. Oh, there we go. And now Blisterwood Flail. Sweet, we got ourselves the Blisterwood Flail. The almighty weapon to take down Vanstrom Claws, which once again, I'm not all too confident about doing, but I'm still going to give it my best try. Well, this is going to be the fight. Now, I'm going to go into it, and then I'm going to instantly teleport once I'm actually in the fight, and I'll go stock up everything then. But I am going to go into it now, just so that it's all prepared or whatnot. I think this is incredibly optimistic. I don't know I'm going to get like half of the kill done, but let's just see how this travesty is going to occur. Right, that's us out of here. And now we prepare for the fight that is almost definitely impossible. Quam! That is what we need for the super strength. We've already got plenty of Ranars. I've got an Irrit. I don't care about having 3 doses instead of 4. That's not a big deal. We're going to try and maximize the inventory space we can so we can have as much food as possible. But I'm going to head up to Blast Furnace so that we can get ourselves... Actually, no. Before I do that, I want to get Swordfish, so we'll store our coins in Blast Furnace so we'll have the maximum amount of inventory space. Limpet root. That only took like 20 hobgoblins, but we got it. Now to get ourselves some snake grass. And we should be almost prepped. Are you having a bubble? Why can't I put stuff on that table? It is a table. It is a table. This is so annoying. Okay, so I think at this point I should drop the memoirs. Give me that extra space, and then we'll have all of this for food. I can't really afford to get rid of anything else. So yeah, I think that's going to be the inventory. Right, this is going to be our proper attempt, or at least our first proper attempt. If it goes somewhat promising, I will get a better inventory, and we will reattempt it. If it goes horrendously, I'm just going to give up on it. I'm not looking too optimistic for this. Honestly, I've kind of felt more and more pessimistic the closer it's got, but we'll give it a try. Ow! This attempt never happened. Right, so this is the real attempt, by the way. The last one didn't actually happen. It was just like a demo. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. And we're going to do it properly this time. So I'm going to put up before I go in, so I don't have to worry about it. And let's get going. Okay. Definitely turned, but alright. What the? I clicked! What? There's a delay. Okay. Deduction. It's doable. With Void and better DPS. Because the first time I attempted this, even though I messed it up massively, I hit very well. And I think with Void, and obviously the better food, I mean, I'm using Swordfish right now. I'd get sharks if I was going to do it properly. I reckon it's doable. I really do reckon it's doable. But obviously not this week, unfortunately, because we cannot get the Void. I could get sharks if I invested my time into it, but I think without Void, it's a no-go. This gear does absolutely nothing for me. I mean, the helmet gives me a strength bonus, I guess, but that's about it, so... It's not completely out of the picture. I reckon, yeah. I reckon with Void and, like, Sharks, with enough attempts, I'd get it done. Honestly, I'm pretty confident about that. So, I think in the future, if we can manage to get POH, I'll definitely give it a go. I think getting 80 cooking might be a good idea, because obviously we can buy Sharks in Canifis. So with 80 cooking, that would mean that we are guaranteed to get Sharks for this fight. And it's not too slow of a skill to train. If we get Southern Korean, we can do Mess Hall. Super easy to do. Very convenient for a UIM as well, because you don't actually need to bring any items to it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a shame. I've spent a long time working on this quest, and we can't finish it. But at least when we go to attempt the boss again in the future, we don't have to do the rest of the quest. And we can now get ourselves the Bullseye Lantern. So... I'm going to go get that Bullseye Lantern so I can carry on with the rest of the stuff I wanted to do. Thank you for the Bullseye Lantern. This will be useful for starting Lunar Diplomacy. I'm not even entirely sure this whole process of Lunar Diplomacy is going to work, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Alright, we've got ourselves somewhat geared. I need to grab a few items while on Lunar Isle. I think I can get an axe. Actually, I think that's just it. The axe. Actually, no, we also need some of the herbs as well. We get them from Suqua, so we should be able to do that. I'm not sure how much of this quest I even need to do. I only want to access the mine, but we'll get it started. We'll make as much progress as we can. And apparently I can't start the quest if I don't have 60 mining. Are you kidding me? I know I don't have the mining level, but I... This is annoying. We're going to grab the memoirs back. And we are going to commit to this mining grind, assuming I can get 35k XP an hour. Maybe we can't, but I'm going to head up to Lovakenge, and we're just going to give it a shot, because I've invested this much time into this quest. I might as well go for it and see how it goes. No point giving up now. Thank you very much, Tutti. That took a massive chunk out of my cash stack. Actually, I should probably sell him the adamant one, so I get rid of that. And get like 2k back. Great. It is now time to mine iron for about 2 hours, and hope that we can get 60. Within a reasonable amount of time. We should have over 2 hours left by the time I finish with this. Hopefully. One more, and that's the first, well, I guess second level, because we've got 57. 2 more to go. I'm currently at about 44,000 XP per hour, so we should be done. Before we hit the 2 hour mark, I think I'll be done about 2:30, if I've calculated correctly. Right. Last rock. And we're done. 60 mining, access to the Woodcutting Guild. Woodcutting Guild? Mining Guild. I have done this for too long. Mining Guild. Can now mine stuff. I don't care. Lunar Diplomacy. That's all that matters. Right? We can now do Lunar Diplomacy. I'm going to Relaka. Screw this. Does he say? He didn't call me anything. You didn't even let him talk. My guy's arrogant. Okay. That's what I just said. Start Lunar Diplomacy! Or Lunar Diplomacy, as I seemingly called it earlier. Right, so we can now get to Lunar Isle. Am I able to go in the Essence Mine? Because that is the main reason why I'm here. If I can, I don't actually have to progress with this quest anymore, but I may well do just for the sake of it, and then obviously get to the point where we need the Drayman stuff and the talismans and whatnot, and probably leave it there. Does it let me down the ladder? Seems that way. Can we mine the gem rocks? That's gold. Where's the gem rocks? Gold. I'm sure there's a few gem rocks down here somewhere. Oh, they have silver as well. There, gem rocks. If I can mine these now, that means the whole reason I did all of this can finally be accomplished. I am allowed to mine them. So I can get my red topaz and get my bracelets of slaughter. But I'm going to progress, and I'll come back and get this when I'm done as much of the quest as I possibly can. Alright, so there is only one step left of the quest that we can even do right now, and I'm not going to go ahead and do it, mainly because it requires a bit of RNG. We need to get like the herbs from the Suka and the Suka Tooth, make the potion, hand it into the Oniromancer or whatever it's called. After that we can't actually do anything because it requires different regions, and due to the RNG nature of it, I'm not going to do it today. Instead, we are going to go straight to the gem rocks. We're going to get ourselves, I think, 2 red topazes. And we're going to go make ourselves 2 bracelets of slaughter that we can use for black demons. And then we'll be doing Slayer for the rest of the episode. We should have about an hour 50, I'm going to predict, to do Slayer. So we should be able to get a nice chunk of XP. You mean I've spent the last 7 hours to get these, only to find out that I do not have access to the flippin' mold? Oh, it's the one thing I didn't check. I didn't... Oh, no. This is so painful. I mean, I guess we could still progress with the Slayer task, but I have just... I mean, I guess not wasted. It's not exactly wasted because I've made progress with quests, but in terms of what I was aiming for this week, I cannot accomplish it. Which majorly sucks, by the way. So I guess we're not making that. Wonderful. Alright. I'm just gonna accept that I'm an idiot and I should have checked everything. There goes my topaz. We are going to Kourend. Gonna get ourselves some magic gear, and we're gonna go kill black demons, which we should have done from the beginning of the episode. I've spent this entire episode working on something that I could not obtain. Yes, I know in hindsight I'm gonna look really stupid, and people watching the video probably gonna realize this a lot earlier than I did. But it is what it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna head up to Frogadiers once again, and we are gonna telegrab ourselves some runes from near the rock crabs, some nature runes, just so if I need to alch some stuff, I can, and then I'm going to clear up a ton of this inventory, and we are going to go kill black demons without the Bracelet of Slaughter for about an hour and a half, maybe a bit more than that, I don't know. I'm just kind of like demotivated at this point. I'm so disappointed in myself. Goodbye, Evandis Flail. You were going to cost me a bit of money to get back, but there's not much more I can do with you today. So you are going to be gone when this rock crab gives me a second to drop you, because it's interrupting the dialogue. Yes, there we go. It's gone. Right, Mr. Black Demons, we are here. We are ready to do some Slayer, which, funnily enough, is the artist I'm currently listening to. And let's get ourselves some XP. Still gutted I don't have the bracelet, but you know what? At least I can do the task. Ooh, 67 magic. No unlocks. So apparently 1,000 casts wasn't enough. It's time to stock up and get some more. Hey, a rune chain body. That is a very nice alch that we got our 20 nature runes, which we haven't used any of just yet, but that is... What is that, like 30k? Nice, I'll take it. Got 13 seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and alch this rune pickaxe because we do not need that anymore. Get a few more casts in, and we will finish off this week. 4, 3, I think we have time for one more, and cast, and that is it. Didn't even finish the kill. That is another week over of Regional Rumble. Alright, that week, I mean, we don't want to really talk about it. It was pretty disastrous, but the bright side is I did make a lot of progress with 2 pretty major quests. Lunar Diplomacy is very important for the future, and of course Sins of the Father is a big quest to get done. And whenever we get ourselves the right equipment, we are set up straight away to go and take on the fight. We don't have to do any of the rest of the quest. That is all done. We should be able to get ourselves the Blisterwood Flail back just by buying it, I think for like 40k, so don't have to worry about that too much. And I only had 50 runes left to cast anyway. So, we're going to be carrying over the top 12 items in the inventory, which I highlighted right now. This time I did remember to put my bolts back in the pouch. Didn't forget, thankfully. And it is time for us to spin 4 new regions. We cannot get Fremy again. We've had it 2 weeks in a row. Let's see what we can get. You know, one of these days, these wheels are going to be nice to me. But it is not this day. Alright, we wrap it up here. I'll see you guys next week for another episode of Regional Rumble.